Hey guys, what's up? Casper here, and today I'm going to be making a video on how to maintain your Balisongs, or any knife in general. And today we're going to be doing it on my BRS Alpha Beast, as you see. Beautiful knife. This is a bushing knife. I'm going to start off with this. This is a bushing knife, and these general things will apply to bearing knives mostly, and same thing with washer knives. And I'm only going to be taking the blade off, so undoing the pivots, cleaning the bushings, washers, and so forth. I'm not taking the 6 bolts out for the spacers. Maybe I'll do a full disassembly video one day, but not today. And regarding IKBS knives, such as the ELB Pro Flipper and all that, this doesn't really apply to it because of the whole IKBS system is a pain in the ass to work on. Maybe one day when I have one of those, borrow it from a friend or buy one myself, I will make a video on that. And sorry if you see the camera wiggling. There's really not much I could do all too much about that. But yeah, let's get right into this. What you're gonna need for this is either a Torx. This is a Torx T8 and T6. I have a T10 driver right here. God, this lighting sucks. I need to get new lights. Well, you could use a T8 to take these apart, so that's what I'll be doing with it, because I'm too lazy to go through my toolbox and find my actual driver for this. You're going to need that. You're going to need Loctite, obviously, to Loctite everything. And you're going to need a little bit of lube. I have just some generic silicone lube. This is for yo-yos. And obviously, a little cleaning cloth to clean everything. Let's get right into this. I know a lot of people, if your knife is still Loctited, you'll have this issue where you'll try to undo these and they'll keep spinning. What you want to do is just squeeze the handles and give them a good squeeze. Get a little torque and you'll break it free. Now, this knife generally doesn't need Loctite. I tighten it down all the way and never really comes undone. But once you start getting the pivots undone, shouldn't be too difficult. This one right here, I haven't tightened in a long time, so this probably still has a little bit of of Loctite on there. God, working with one of these is a pain. Maybe I should have gone and gotten the driver. I'm sorry, but bear with me. Should be able to just, yeah, once you break these free, I should be able to use that. I have this neat little work mat here, so I'm putting my screws up there. This one should be relatively easy to get out. I'm still applying a little bit of pressure because these have been Loctited before, which means there'll be points to where they're a little hard to get out. Also a bunch of lube on them. Now we're here. We took, sorry if I was out of frame, but we took the pivots out. I just like taking my T10, pushing them through. My hand's already starting to get dirty. Pop that off. Pop that one off. Take out the washers. There are 2 washers per handle. This is really a 4 basics video. You can tell my handles are a little bit on the bent side, but I have had this for nearly 4 years. Now, getting these bushings out can be a little bit of a pain. I usually like to take my T10 and poke them through. Here, let me try to get a little bit of light on that. Sorry about that. And just poke these out. They can be a little bit of pain. Now you got your blade, your 2 handles. You can set these aside. But what you want to do is take your cloth and really clean out. Try to get your hand in there. If you don't feel safe working with a live blade in your hand, I'd put some tape over it. Always helps to be safe. Then sorry. Quite frankly, this is a dull knife. But yeah, you just kind of wipe it down. Get it all nice and clean and shiny. It's all nice. And wow, there is a lot of goop on these, and there's actually a little ring of Loctite. Must have used a little much last time. God, this is going to be a pain in the ass to get off. Just break it off. But what you want to do is you want to clean all your hardware. Once you got that done, I'm just going to use this. I like to pinch the threads in the towel or the rag. Take like a T10 and just twist it. Get all the gunk off there. You could use alcohol if you want, but I've found that this works pretty well. You kind of grip it with your nails to get in the threads and spin it up and down. And you want to do that for all your screws. So that one's clean. Go on to this one. These things could be a pain in the ass to grab. And clean it off. This knife was recently lubed, so it's already a little cleaner than some knives, actually, compared to my Tac 2. Alright, that looks to be pretty well cleaned. Get a little more of these bottom threads. That looks pretty good. And then you want to wash off, just really scrub off your washers. You just want to do this because after a while of flipping, if you get dirt and all that in the pivots, it can get all gummed up and just doesn't flip all too smoothly. So it helps to clean them out. It's much more prevalent in bearing knives. If you get any dirt in those bearings, it sounds like you're working with a ratchet. I know that because within the first week of getting my own I dropped it in the sand. Oh, sorry about that. Should probably turn my phone down. Give me a sec. That's better. Turn that down. Sorry about that again. A little unprofessional of me, but what can I do? And alright, got all, I believe I got them all. Yeah, got them all. Yeah, cleaned up. Get these all nice and clean. Now you could soak all this in like alcohol. You know, I just take like a T6 or T8 and I like to scrape up the threads on the inside, try to break a little bit of the, thread locker off. I'm not the best at cleaning it and I barely keep my knives tuned properly. Really don't care all too much if they get damaged because I flip all of them to where they're gonna die no matter what. There's a bunch of like gunk on the, hold on, can I get it to focus? There's like a bunch of gunk on the rim. Really don't care all that much. I'm just gonna clean them off. And get this one. Is this one cleaned? Obviously not. There's like a ring of Loctite. I just like to break that off. That should be good. And then just clean that off. Also, this is a brand new rag. Couldn't find the one that I used before. I got this one with like an artisan cutlery knife, so it's fine. It's not good quality or anything, but it works. Alright. Now, these are clean. Now you want to clean your bushings. These are where a lot of your gunk's going to be, and try to push some of the cloth into the bushing itself. And that looks relatively clean. You could wad it up and really push it on in there. Get it nice and clean. Same with this one. Now, those are nice and clean. Now you want to clean your handles. I usually just put a rag between them and pinch the handles on them like that and just pull the rag and that gets that clean. Stuff it in there. Oh wow. Little loose on the spacers, so might tighten those up. I don't know. Maybe not. Those look nice and clean. Then do this. Video's already gone on long enough. I should probably hurry it up. And that looks pretty clean to me. As long as you got the general dirt and all that out of there. Again, I'm not using alcohol. I don't care about my knives being the cleanest of clean. Now, you want to put your knife back the same way that you got it, so make sure that your pocket clip or your latch isn't on the safe handle side, unless if you like manila folders, perfectly fine. How I like to start off is put a bushing in. Oh god, this is always a pain in the ass part because these handles are flexed outwards a lot. And just to pinch down, and I usually use like a little tool to kind of move around in there to try to get the washer aligned. Push that through, and if you definitely can tell now how bent these handles are, that's not really the best, but you know, it's whatever. The knife flip's fine. Now the bushing kind of popped through. That's one of the bad things about how beat this knife is that the bushing will push through. And I'll slide this over. Caught on the tang pin. And got that one on there. Alright, so that side is good. It's all the right way. And no, I do not run party pivots on these, if that's what you're wondering. Here, I'm just gonna screw this in just a hair, just so I don't lose everything. Put the bushing in on this side. Now, a question that I get is, when should you clean your bally? Honestly, I have no idea. Or idea, however you say it. I'm from New England, so idea. But idea, I have no idea when you clean it. I just clean it after, you know, maybe a month or so of it being gummed up and just being flipped. Because this is generally my daily flipper. Alright, that one is on. I see a little bit of gunk in there. Could probably, yeah, you could see there's like a little ring of that came from the handles. That's like a little ring of Loctite. I don't know if I used too much or whatever, but hey, my shit works. I don't care. Just align that. Try to align it with like a little tool or something. Once you get that to click, you're generally good. And this one's giving me an issue with them aligning again. See, this is the pain in the ass part, where you have to get everything aligned. Yeah, see that got unaligned. And generally, I just like to wiggle my shit around until it works. But yeah, this generally, you could hear it. My handle could be bent back into shape. Next thing you want to do is take like a little piece of plastic, just have a bottle cap chilling right here from bottled water I drank earlier. I'm not sure, are you supposed to shake this up or not? I don't care. Don't eat this stuff. It may taste sweet, but whatever you do, do not eat the Loctite, please. And also, don't test if it tastes sweet. I was stupid enough to. Now, I just like to make a little puddle on a piece of plastic. A little dollop of it. I take my bit. I take the screw, and I like to put it on the bit. So let's see if I can get it to focus. And I hold it with my nail. Take it, and I'll just dip it into the little dollop. Make sure not to lose it. Now that has good enough Loctite. Now I will Loctite one of the handles, preferably the one that's giving me all the issues. Since you cleaned it off, you should be able to start it off hand tight generally. Got a little Loctite right there for my finger. Now that one popped out. Alright. Now I want to see if I can get this in properly. It's just being a pain in the ass. It's an old knife, so whatever. Well, let me get this one all Loctited properly again. Just take the screw, the little screw, put it on the driver, hold it with my fingernail, and just dip it into the dollop of Loctite there. Sometimes there's a little excess amount. You don't want too much because then it will gum up your pivots. So try to make sure that you don't cross thread. That's why I like doing this with my hands. Better not to cross thread your shit, because then you'll never be able to get it done again. And for some reason people still like to strip in cross thread screws. I have a Balisong that has some cross threaded threads, and I can't take the spacers out currently, which is going to be real fun once I get replacements. Maybe I'll make a video on removing stripped screws, but with this knife you could fully torque it down. Now some knives you have to tune the pivots. Generally what you want to do is get it as tight as possible, but where it still swings freely without lube. Alright, almost there. God, just don't forget to squeeze the handles. That always helps. That puts tension on them. Now, this knife should be all good. Yep. And see, I can torque down this knife no problem. So squeezing the handles. Enough torque there. Enough torque there. And is there tap? I don't know, nor do I really care. It's very little play, so if it focuses, whatever, there's a little play, who cares. Now, it's Loctited. I wouldn't suggest flipping it. What you can do is add a little bit of lube. I'm not sure how other people do this, but what I do is I just take the little nozzle, and I just put a little drop on the top of each one, right in the little crease. So let's see if just a little drop, not much. I just like to hang it upside down and wiggle it back and forth, and yeah, see, that gets rid of the tap. Let me just make sure. Yep, everything's all good. That's generally how I clean and maintain, you know, these knives. Bearing knives I'll do a little differently, but it's generally the same process. Washer knives are the same thing, but this, I just tighten this fully down. It's the easiest one I maintain. It's actually one of the only ones I maintain, but yeah, these are fully torqued down. If I tighten them anymore, I'll probably strip them. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for coming out and watching this practically pointless video, because if you own one of these, you probably should know how to take care of a knife. But just in case you don't, or you're trying to take care of one of your CCCs or something like that, it's relatively the same process, and everything should come out hopefully working well for you guys. And really, again, I appreciate all you guys coming out and watching this, supporting the channel, and liking and all that. And if you guys haven't followed me on Instagram yet, I will put a link down in the description, and I will really appreciate it if you guys go and follow me there. And till the next video, guys, see you later.